Welcome to Zenyo Workforce. This video will show you how to effectively maintain LCA and H-1B records for your employees. Maintaining employees' LCA and H-1B records ensures compliance with legal and regulatory requirements set forth by immigration authorities. By having all necessary information accurately recorded and easily accessible, you can demonstrate your commitment to adhering to immigration laws, thereby mitigating the risk of potential penalties or legal issues. Go to Settings and choose Work Authorization. Let's start with the H-1B document type. Click on it to access the H-1B document type page. To create a new document type, simply click the Add button located at the top of the page. A pop-up box will appear where you can enter the suitable name for your document type. Once you've entered the name, click Save to create the document type successfully. Now that your document type is created, it will appear here. Use the Edit icon to edit the document type, or the Delete icon to remove it. You can easily search for a specific document type using the search bar provided. Now, let's move on to adding a new LCA document type. From the Work Authorization drop-down menu, select the LCA document type option. This will take you to the page where you can manage your LCA documents. To begin adding a new document type, simply click the Add button. A box will appear where you can enter a name for your new document type. Once you've entered the name, click Save to create the document type. With that, your new document type is now created. Use the Edit icon to make updates to the document type, or the Delete icon to remove it. Now, let's proceed to select Wage Rate from the drop-down menu. This will take us to the Wage Rate page, where we can manage the various wage rates for our employees. To add a new wage rate, simply click on the Add button. Inside the box, you can enter a name for the wage rate and click Save. Click on the Edit icon to make any updates. Use the Delete icon to remove it. Add a visa classification by selecting it from the list. Once you've selected visa classification, you'll be taken to the visa classification page. To add a new visa classification, simply click on the Add button. Enter a name for the new classification. Once you've provided a suitable name, click Save. You can edit or delete a visa classification if needed. Now, let's move on to the Work Authorization List menu. This will take us to the Work Authorization List page. To create a new list, click on the Add button. A pop-up box will appear where you can select the country for which you want to add document types. Once you've selected the country, you can start adding the necessary work authorization document types. You can add multiple document types as needed by clicking on the plus button. After adding all the required document types, click Save to create the new list. Your list for the particular country has been successfully created. To view your list along with the associated document types, click the down arrow. This will display your name along with the lists of document types. You can edit or delete a particular document type from this. Now that we've configured the settings to input employee work authorization documents, let's proceed to the Work Authorization section to add LCA and H-1B records for your employees. Start by navigating to the Work Authorization module from the dashboard. On the Work Authorization page, you will find two tabs, namely LCA and H-1B. On the LCA tab, you'll find a list of all LCA records of employees. Details like LCA number, employee name, location, start date, end date, prevailing wage, LCA status, and document are displayed. To add a new LCA record, click on the plus button. In the form that appears, start by entering the general details, such as the employee's name and the LCA number associated with their work authorization. Next, you'll need to select the current LCA status from the options provided. Please note that if you choose Available from the list, the employee's name will no longer be displayed. Moving on, select the appropriate visa classification and job title for the employee. Then, enter the certification date as well as the employment start date and employment end dates. Next to the wage rate section, start by inputting the wage rate. Select the appropriate wage rate basis from the options provided. After that, define the wage rate range. Enter the minimum wage rate in the wage rate from field, and the maximum wage rate in the wage rate to field. Now, in the place of employment section, you'll need to provide the address details for the employee's workplace, along with information about the prevailing wage. Now, let's cover the remaining details. Enter the SOC code. Specify the occupation title that best describes the employee's role. Additionally, indicate whether the employee is H-1B exempt or not. You can add comments in the designated section. In this section, you have the option to attach documents. Start by selecting the LCA document type from the drop-down menu. Next, provide a descriptive document name that clearly identifies the attached document. Then, specify the effective date and expiry date of the document. To attach a file from your device, click the Choose File button and select the appropriate file from your computer. You can add multiple attachments by clicking the plus button to attach additional files if necessary. Finally, save the information. The LCA record has been successfully saved and is now listed here. If you need to update the details, such as changing the status, you can do so using the edit icon. Click the edit icon next to the LCA record you wish to modify. Edit necessary fields, including the status. Once you've made the changes, click on Update. If you ever need to remove a record from the list, click on the Delete icon. Additionally, if you want to review the status history of a record, you can do that too. Simply click on the Status History icon, and you'll see a log of changes made to the status over time. You can export the LCA records created in either XLSX or CSV format. Before exporting, you can choose whether to include specific fields or export all fields associated with the LCA record. For more filtering options, you can utilize the Advanced Filter feature. Once you've configured the export settings according to your preferences, simply click the Export button to generate the export file in the selected format. Click on the Import button. To ensure that your file is in the correct format for a successful import, click the Import Template button. This will allow you to download a template sheet, which provides a standardized format for adding the LCA data. After downloading the template sheet, input the required data and save the file on your device. You can then upload this file to import the LCA records into the system. Click on the Select File button to choose the file from your device. Once you've chosen the file, click the Upload button to initiate the import process. Now, let's see how to save and manage H-1B details for your employees. On the Work Authorization page, click on the H-1B tab. You'll find a list of all H-1B records of employees. Details like employee name, H-1B type, LCA number, receipt number, issued date, expiry date, status, and document are displayed. To add a new H-1B record, simply click on the plus icon. Start with the General Details section. Here, select the employee name from the drop-down menu. Next, specify the processing type, visa classification, and status of the H-1B application. Enter the receipt number and LCA number associated with the H-1B. Moving on, provide the issue date and expiry date. If there are any additional comments or notes that you'd like to include for reference purposes. When selecting a specific status, additional fields related to that status will dynamically appear below the General Details section. Fill in the fields accordingly. Since we have selected Filed as the status, the section titled File Details is visible here. In the File Details section, enter the filed on date. Enter the personal details for the employee's H-1B record. Start by providing the employee's date of birth, gender, nationality, passport number, I-94 number, CVIZ number, EAD number, and A number. Proceed by entering the present and foreign addresses of the employee. You can add attachments to the employee's H-1B record. Here, select the document type from the drop-down menu. Provide a document name. Then, specify the effective date and expiry date of the document. To attach a file from your device, click the Choose File button and select the appropriate file. Once you've successfully uploaded the attachment, click the Save button to save the record, which will now appear in the list on the H1B tab. If you need to edit this H1B record, simply click on the Edit icon to update it. For instance, let's say an employee's H1B status changes to Approved. Clicking the Edit icon will take you to that H1B records page. Here, you can update the status fields to Approved. As soon as you change the status to Approved, a new section for approval details will appear. In this section, you can provide the relevant dates. Once you're done, click the Update button to save the changes. You can track the status history of an H1B record by clicking on the Status History icon. By clicking on the Export icon, you can generate an export file containing all the relevant details of the H1B record. That concludes our tutorial on how to add LCA and H1B records for your employees. I hope you found the video informative and helpful in understanding the process. Make sure you like, subscribe, and get notified so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. Let us know if you have any queries. Thanks for watching.